Welcome back to B&B for Phone, your ultimate source for all the juicy drama and explosive secrets. Today is an absolutely phenomenal day to dive into the messy, complicated lives of our favorite Los Angeles families. Grab your coffee, settle in, and let's get ready to unpack some seriously wild theories. Can you believe the absolute chaos brewing right now on The Bold and the Beautiful? We have got a massive spoiler and theory to discuss today that could completely shatter the Spencer and Logan families. We are talking about Katie Logan Spencer, her son Will, the newly reunited Elektra, and a massive secret involving Hope Logan that could literally result in Katie slapping her own son across the face. That's crazy. Let's break down exactly what is happening, because the psychological warfare in this storyline is reaching an all-time high, and I am entirely here for it. So, here is the breaking news and the spoiler foundation we are working with today. Katie has apparently secured the ultimate prize for her new fashion house, Logan. She reveals to her son, Will, that Hope is secretly going to be working for her. But here is the massive catch. Katie strictly warns Will that he must keep this an absolute secret. She specifically demands that he hide this bombshell from his newly reconciled girlfriend, Elektra. Will has just gotten back together with Elektra, and he even convinced her to move in with him so they could solidify their relationship after all that toxic interference from Ivy. The absolute last thing Will wants to do is harbor a massive, company-destroying secret from the woman he loves. But Katie is putting her business ambitions above her son's happiness. Let's be honest, guys. I absolutely hate what Katie is doing here. I have always had a love-hate relationship with Katie. Sometimes she is the moral compass of the Logan family, but right now, she is acting like a ruthless corporate dictator, and she is using her own son as a pawn. You have to look at Katie's psychological profile to understand this desperate move. For years, Katie has lived in the massive, suffocating shadow of her older sister, Brooke. Brooke gets the men, Brooke gets the Forrester power, and Brooke gets the spotlight. Now, Katie finally has her own legacy with the Logan Fashion House. She is so blindingly desperate to make it a success that she is willing to poach Hope, knowing full well it will ignite a nuclear family feud. Donna already warned her to back off, but Katie's ambition is making her reckless. She sees Hope as her golden ticket, and she is projecting all her past insecurities onto this business launch. But here's the surprise. Katie completely underestimates the heavy burden she is placing on Will. Think about the psychological state Will is in right now. He just went through absolute hell trying to fix his relationship with Elektra. We all know the agonizing suspense we endured watching Ivy manipulate that intercepted letter to keep Will and Elektra apart. Dylan even moved out of Will's beach house just to give them a clean slate. Will is desperately trying to build a foundation of pure trust with Elektra. He wants to be the good guy. He wants to prove he is better than the typical Spencer men who lie and cheat. And now, his own mother drops this radioactive secret in his lap. Will is going to be suffocating under the weight of this lie. Every time he looks at Elektra, he is going to feel like a massive fraud. And you won't believe what happens next when Elektra starts connecting the dots. Elektra is not stupid. In fact, I love how sharp she has become lately. After surviving Ivy's toxic machinations, Elektra has a zero-tolerance policy for lies and hidden agendas. She has been traumatized by deception. So, when Will starts acting nervous, dodging questions, and avoiding eye contact, Elektra's internal alarm bells are going to ring loud and clear. She is going to push him. She will probably look him dead in the eye and bluntly ask who Katie hired to lead her new company after the massive success of Eric Forrester's collection. Elektra knows the industry inside and out. And she knows Katie wouldn't be this smug unless she landed a superstar. I strongly predict that Will is going to crack under the pressure. He loves Elektra too much to lie to her face. He is going to spill the beans. He will confess that Hope is the secret weapon for the Logan Fashion House. and he will desperately beg Elektra to keep it quiet. Will is going to plead with her, telling her that his mother's entire future depends on this element of surprise. But this is where the plot twist comes in, and it is a doozy. Elektra might love Will, but she is fiercely loyal to Forrester Creations. Just think about Elektra's perspective for a second. She is a young designer trying to make her mark. She respects the Forrester legacy. When she realizes that Hope has been deceiving the Forresters, perhaps by requesting a phony leave of absence, just so she can secretly build up Katie's rival company, Elektra, is going to be utterly disgusted. Elektra will view this as corporate espionage. She will feel that Hope is making a mockery of the company that gave her everything. Elektra is going to complain bitterly to Will about how Hope is playing Steffi and Ridge for absolute fools. This brings us to the explosive dilemma. Elektra is going to feel a profound moral obligation to tell Steffi the truth. Steffi is her boss, her mentor, and the co-CEO of the company. Elektra knows that Steffi and the rest of the Forrester management team deserve to know that Hope's hiatus is nothing but a smokescreen. Can you imagine the sheer panic Will is going to feel? He just betrayed his mother's trust to save his relationship, and now his girlfriend is about to blow his mother's entire business plan out of the water. This is the kind of high-stakes, slow-paced plot payoff that we live for on this channel. Now, let's connect this to the current events happening at Forrester Creations, because the timing of this secret is absolutely catastrophic. Steffi Forrester Finnegan is already a walking pressure cooker. We know from our recent updates that Brooke is actively plotting to steal Steffi's co-CEO position. Brooke even made a seductive, manipulative offer to Ridge to push Steffi out so Brooke can protect Hope's line. Steffi is currently completely unaware of Brooke's treacherous power grab. If Elektra marches into Steffi's office and drops the bombshell that Hope is secretly working for Katie's rival company while Brooke is simultaneously trying to overthrow Steffi, oh my goodness, Steffi is going to lose her absolute mind. The wrath of Steffi Forrester will be biblical. She will likely fire Hope permanently, banish the Logans from the building, and declare an all-out corporate war. But what happens when the dust settles and Katie finds out that her grand master plan was ruined? This is where we get to the most heartbreaking and dramatic prediction of all. Katie is going to trace the leak right back to Will. Imagine the scene. Katie storms into Will's beach house, her eyes blazing with absolute fury. She trusted her son with the most important business secret of her life, and he chose a Forrester employee over his own flesh and blood. Katie's fragile heart might just skip a beat from the sheer betrayal. Do you guys think Katie will be angry enough to actually slap Will? I absolutely think she might. Katie has been pushed to the absolute brink. She is tired of losing. She is tired of being second best. When she realizes that Will's inability to keep a secret has effectively destroyed the launch of the Logan Fashion House, her maternal instincts might be completely overridden by blind corporate rage. A slap across the face would be the ultimate symbol of their fractured relationship. It would completely mirror the toxic, aggressive traits we usually see from Dollar Bill Spencer, proving that maybe Katie has become just as ruthless as her ex-husband. If Katie slaps Will, it will change their dynamic forever. Will is already struggling with his identity, having recently gotten into a physical scuffle with R.J. Forrester over family pride. If his own mother physically strikes him because of a business deal, Will might completely alienate himself from the Logan and Spencer families. He might lean entirely on Elektra, which will only infuriate Katie even more. This could set up a phenomenal successor characters storyline where Will and Elektra have to navigate a world where both of their families actively despise their relationship. And what about Hope? Hope is playing a very dangerous game here. She is letting Liam pressure her, she is letting Katie court her, and she is letting her mother fight her battles at Forrester. If Elektra exposes her fake leave of absence, Hope is going to look like a massive hypocrite. She always preaches about honesty and integrity with her Hope for the Future brand, but secretly working for a rival while stringing Forrester along is the exact opposite of integrity. I am so ready to see Hope face some real, severe consequences for her actions. So, what do you guys think about this incredibly messy situation? Will crack under the pressure and tell Elektra the truth? Will Elektra march straight to Steffi and blow the whistle on Hope's sneaky defection? And most importantly, do you think Katie will cross the line and actually slap her own son in a fit of rage when her business empire crumbles? I want to hear all of your thoughts, your fan theories, and your boldest predictions down in the comments below. This is exactly why we love this show. The overlapping betrayals, the corporate espionage, and the deep, painful family wounds make every single episode a must-watch. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update from B&B for Phone. We will be tracking this Katie, Will, and Elektra storyline very closely because it is guaranteed to explode in the coming weeks. Until next time, keep watching, keep theorizing, and stay dramatic.
What do you guys think about today's drama? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for your daily dose of bold and beautiful news. See you in the next video.